There are social norms that need to be practiced, and this does not comply with that. Nebras by Lattafa. I really like this bottle. This bottle is it's both gaudy and understated. Let's give it a spray. On first spray, I always find it surprising when they say that this doesn't have any mint, because on first spray, what I get is immediately mint, but mint is not really in the notes for this, but I really do get like a hint of mint. When I first smell this, it kind of gives me like Almond Joy vibes.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation.
And then you get like orange on top. I thought it was mint, and then that subsides and kind of leaves an orange behind. Orange with sugar. Sugary orange. That's what you get afterwards. Top notes, red berries and mandarin. Middle notes are vanilla, cacao, and rose. The base notes are sugar, rose, and tonka bean.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
Nebras is supposed to be a dupe of Billie Eilish's Eilish. I have never smelled that, so I can't give you a super comparison, but I can tell you what this is like as its own thing. But people say it's pretty close to Billie Eilish's Eilish. If that's what you're looking for, this might be a good set for you. Let's talk about longevity. This baby right here is a fantastic projector and a great longevity beast. This one stays on your clothes and stays on your skin for the entire day. It'll last around 10 to 12 hours on your clothes and about 8 hours on your skin. At the beginning, it projected around 6 to 8 feet for me, and then after about 2 to 4 hours, it turns into like a 3 or 4 projector, and it kind of stays around the 2-foot projector after that. So this is always projecting something, and it's always noticed. I never got to the point where it turned into like a very intimate bubble. It always projected something. It always felt like it was emanating a delectable scent. It was always kind of enticing people to smell me. In terms of longevity and projection, I think it was doing a very good job. On Fragrantica, this has a 4.26 out of 5 with 2,496 votes. People praise the longevity of this, they praise the scent profile, and they praise the value for the money. They say basically that this is a powerhouse, and they really like the way this smells, saying that it's very close to what Billie Eilish's Eilish is. And I agree, it is a powerhouse and it smells great. And it's also pretty darn cheap, especially for being part of Lattafa's Pride collection, which tend to be a little bit more expensive than their other collections. Some people on Fragrantica aren't super in love with the fact that it's so sweet, and they also don't love the fact that it has a synthetic note at the beginning, the one that I perceive as mint, that dissipates over time. I agree, that initial scent is a little jarring. It's strange, but it goes away within maybe 30 minutes. It goes away, so it's not something that would linger and bother you for a long time. The scent is worth sustaining that for 30 minutes. This might not be appropriate for summer months. This might not be appropriate for like a business meeting. This smells a little bit too sexy, honestly too slutty.
Who here has ever been called a slut?
For everyday applications, this might be something left for the bedroom or personal situations. I rock it everywhere. I rocked it at work. I didn't care. People seem to like it, but you know, there are social norms that need to be practiced, and this does not comply with that. On Reddit, people had similar thoughts. They liked the affordability of this, and they also liked that it was a huge compliment getter, and I agree with the compliment getting factor. I got a couple of compliments while wearing this. Mostly it was people saying that I smelled pretty sweet and pretty alluring to them, which is nice. It's always nice to be called alluring, to be called, you know, attractive. In terms of negatives, again, the initial scent is a little off-putting, and there's a lot of sweetness. There's like an overpowering sweetness. I think if you're in a small room and you spray this, you might choke people out. So you have to be a little bit judicious on how you use this. Both Fragrantica and Reddit, they both have like a positive consensus when it comes to this scent. They both really like it in general. So if that's what you're like thinking about, like what do people say in general? People say this is a good scent. People say this is worth it. Now that I sniff it again after it has dried down, I can tell you that that initial sharp sweetness mint the thing that I perceive as mint, it might be just the orange, that the orange is so fake that it comes off as minty, kind of dies away. And I'm left with what I can only call a sweet, a very sugary sweet. Like it just smells like straight up melted sugar. Like if you've ever done candy, like I bake things, I like baking. If you've ever melted sugar and added vanilla to that and tried to do like caramel, but not when it turns into caramel, before it actually becomes caramel, the melted sugar part, this kind of smells like that with an added element of orange. I think that together creates this scent, and it's pretty good. Like, I really like this scent as a scent that I go back to smelling. One of the things that I point out as one of the indicators of whether or not I like a scent is how many times during the day I take a hit of a scent. And this is one of those scents where I constantly sniff myself to like get another hit, to get another comforting sniff of it. This is a comforting smell. This is a great smell. I really like re-sniffing myself and like enjoying that hit. This is a very pleasing scent on myself. So even if other people didn't like it on me, I would still wear it for myself because of how much I like wearing it and how confident I feel when I wear it. Even if this wasn't such a good compliment getter, I would still wear it because it makes me feel like I just got a compliment. Based on everything I said and based on everything online and based on the price of this, it makes it almost impossible not to recommend it to you. This is a great scent for the cooler times. It's a great scent for men and women. I think it leans more towards the feminine side. A guy could definitely rock this. I personally have rocked this in the office. I have rocked this at home. I have rocked this in personal occasions. The only time I've ever regretted wearing this is in closed meetings where I know I'm choking people out. So in closed environments, this will fill a room and will dominate anybody else's scent. That's the only thing I would keep in mind. Like if you're gonna have a business meeting in a closed room, maybe go light on this. And since I'm an oversprayer, this is definitely something that takes over places. That's the only caveat I give this. Otherwise, this is a fantastic scent. I really like this, and it makes it difficult to give anything but a glowing recommendation. To me, this is a 10 out of 10. I really enjoy this scent, and I'm definitely gonna rebuy once I run out of this. This is one of my favorites. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with me on this scent? Did you leave it on the shelf, or did you rock it in the office? Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and always smell your best. See ya.